listeners, I am absolutely dying this morning. I just got the cover design for my new novel, Jack Dagger, A Lynx Tale. Now, I have to read this for you because this is from the back jacket. Jack Dagger Moore is the only golfer to ever make 18 birdies in a round of golf. But after a lackluster career as a professional golfer, 50-year-old Jack is down on his luck. A series of remarkable events reunites Jack with his childhood golf coach, Billy Coker, whose timeless wisdom reinvigorates Jack's game. Then, Billy convinces Jack to take one last shot at glory and enter the U.S. Open. So, oh my gosh, I can't believe I have this golf novel now. And I have an edition. It says, written in the spirit of the legend of Bagger Vance and Golf in the Kingdom, Jack Dagger, A Lynx Tale delves into secrets of the game told through an unforgettable story of redemption and transformation. And I think that's what golf has done for me. I mean, it's the challenge of golf is so difficult. You have to transform yourself from the inside out to play it better. That's about the only way I can say it, you know. It's and I've waited years and years for the inspiration to write a golf novel, and I can't believe that, you know, early this summer the idea finally solidified, and I wrote this novel, and it comes out on Black Friday, guys. I hope you'll support me. I hope you'll get it. I want you to get it because it's fun. It's good. It's a wonderful story. There is no golf novel like it that I'm aware of. It's got humor, drama, and oh my gosh, it is written for golf geeks. You guys are going to trip when you read this thing. Oh my gosh, there's some really good stuff in there. So at any rate, today's video, I'm going to be showing you some of my round at beautiful Soboba Springs. I got to ride with John. I practiced with John in the morning. And, you know, I'll tell you, having the honor to play golf with somebody like John is something that's kind of wild because, you know, John's won 100+ professional tournaments. You know, we're talking mini tours, Golden State tours, and things like that. And we played at Soboba Springs, and I asked him, I said, hey man, have you ever, you know, played out here? He's like, oh yeah, I was playing in the qualifier for the Champions Tour, and I won it. It was kind of nice. On the final day, I had a 10-stroke lead for the Champions Tour. I mean, now granted, he didn't make it through the final stage to the Champions Tour, but John's just an amazing golfer. But I'm going to tell you something real quick about John that I observed. It was windy. Soboba's got the slopiest, fastest greens. The very first hole, I had an uphill putt for birdie. I putted it up to the hole, and it rolled all the way back down to the fringe. And you'll see a putt in this video that shows how slopey these greens are. But John and I, you know, I started off with a few bogeys, and unfortunately John did as well. And he was a little down on himself halfway through the front nine. It's just like, he's like, man, I'm shooting 100, you know, right, you know. John I think he made a birdie on the front nine, but then in high wind, he made 4 birdies on the back nine. Like, he shot, I think, 33 on the back in tough conditions. You know, so it's just such an honor to be riding in a cart, watching someone plot their way through a course when there's 20 to 30, you know, it's probably a steady 15-mile-an-hour wind that gusted into the 20s. You know, maybe 30. I got hit with a gust that was in my face that was terrible. Anyway, okay, so we're going to watch that video, but I want to tell you about Black Friday. The over-the-top miracle swing, which is the video that changed my life, this Black Friday through Cyber Monday, it's going to be $25. Okay, it's 50% off. A year subscription to MSC TV is only $79. Okay, I can't do better than that. It's $6.83 a month if you get a year subscription. And you get everything. You'll get my brand new over-the-top Miracle Swing and Miracle Method video that I'm putting out after this holiday break. Okay, I'm working my butt off on it. It's just enormous. It's a 1-hour video with everything I've learned about the over-the-top Miracle Swing. In addition, another 1-hour video called the Miracle Method, where I talk about my practice routine, my drills, my short game, and course strategies. It's a dynamite, high-value product. It's the best I can do, and I've been working on it since July. So there's that you'll get with MSC TV. Now, MSC TV subscribers that I love so much, I want to tell you about this great video I just put up where I discuss Tommy Bolt's understanding of Ben Hogan's secret. Okay, it has to do with how he aligned his body, especially his trail foot. It's going to trip you out, but you can watch that right now under the Hogan code, and it's also in the new video section at MSC TV. Jack Dagger comes out this Friday. I'm going through my Black Friday sales and online lessons. You can get 4 personal lessons working with me as your golf coach for $199. So I think that these are great deals. I hope you'll support my swing evolution. Now let's get into today's video at Soboba Springs.
So what do we got going on out here?
We're gonna shoot lights out today.
How'd you play yesterday? I heard you hit it well.
Played great. Shot 74, 1 greenie, 1 skin.
And what else?
Oh, how'd that pay?
What else?
Low par 3.
Oh, low par 3s, yeah.
You won the par 3 game?
Yes, the low par 3.
Oh man, that's good.
Well, I started out bogey though.
Oh really?
Yeah, you gotta tell yourself, I love starting out bogey, and then finish strong.
I love it. I hope that I can keep that in mind today.
So finish shooting, this is what happens. 7-hour rounds of golf. This is Soboba Springs Golf Course. This used to be the championship, what are they called? Tour championship for what's the Corn Ferry Tour now. I think it was web.com when they were doing it back then, but this is a really, really kind of a hidden gem not many people know about.
Never heard of it before. So you got history here?
It's out in the middle of nowhere, and yeah, I do. I got through first stage of Champions Tour qualifying here in, I think it was 2016 maybe, and went to finals in Florida. And I've probably won 2 or 3 Golden State tournament events out here too. I love this golf course, it's fun.
All right, point me away from the treble.
All right, on the first tee, we have Steven. He is leading us off. Very fine player.
Oh, look at that.
Money.
And this is Mike. Runs the game. And here I am, cutting it in from the left side.
Just fine. Yeah,
That's a beach.
And John needs no introduction.
Good ball. Thank you.
So here on the third tee box, Mike just birdied the last hole. And he would birdie this hole. I pushed my drive to the right, had to take a drop. John put it in position A as usual.
There you go.
Good ball.
Great shot.
Good drive from Steven. Now Mike is 2 under already. This is the fourth tee box. It's really a beautiful location with these mountains in the background.
Come on there, baby.
Very, very picturesque golf course. Now here's where the wind started to pick up. I had 144 yards into this short par 3 over water, and I pulled a 7-iron. John drilled that ball. He was like 8 feet past the hole. But I wanted to swing this 7-iron nice and smooth, and right when I hit it, a gust just hit me in the face, and that ball landed. I thought it was wet, but it actually didn't make it to that little finger of water there. So I had to chop it up there out of the rough, and I made a bogey. But here we are on the backside. John's got a wind in his face. This is a tough hole. You see how he just
cool,
shot
man.
that little low punch up there? It's super cool. He was telling me how tough this green was. I was able to get it on the green and make a 2-putt par from beneath the hole. But I had no idea it had this much break. And he said this putt, he was lucky it didn't roll down to the front of the green.
Wow. I can't believe it would even stop right there.
So this is a really pretty elevated tee box. John cuts a driver down there. Mike hits a draw up the left side. I hit a straight ball right out in the middle. And Steven put one out just off the right side of the fairway. Now this was wind in my face, 101 yards I think, and it was hurting from the right. This wound up being my one skin of the whole trip. So it's funny just making one skin, paid for this trip out of town. But the crazy thing is the wind was blowing so hard, I actually played the wind on my putt. I left it below the hole, and I actually played the ball a couple inches further to the right because of the wind. Now John said, he goes, just cut it off that bunker. So I aimed at the bunker and I drew it right in the freaking water coming off that birdie I just made. Everybody else is looking good out here in the fairway, and I had to re-tee and then just, cut one out there. Plenty of room, and I just got greedy. Now the wind is really starting to blow in our face. You see John hits that little tiny bullet. Watch this. It's like he just drills this ball. It barely gets off the ground. Nice hit a casual little swing out there.
That's a superstar.
Here we are on 18, straight into the wind, trying to take it home. Pretty little shot here with the sun setting. And John drove the ball like a pro all day. I ended up pulling this drive to the left, but I was able to par a long par 5. Pretty tough, but here's John, and he's going to thread the needle. There's water left. Into a direct headwind, puts it right in front of the green and makes it
Pretty good, man.
Are you ready to experience your very own miracle? Christo Garcia, the man who swung as Ben Hogan on the Golf Channel's special Hogan, has created the most controversial and effective golf training program in history.
The old PGA pros, they had this much simpler kind of wisdom. That's what I'm talking about, my friend.
What made the most sense was learning how to put leverage on the shaft.
It's a miracle.
That's the OTT.
Do you have a burning desire to get better at golf?
Like that.
Are you frustrated by overcomplicated modern golf instruction? Well, your prayers have been answered.
Now's your chance to learn the over-the-top miracle swing. Only at myswingevolution.com.